And I'm gonna use my hands, and I'm gonna use my mind. And who the hell are you to tell me what to do? I'm not gonna sing that whole song, but I am going for a walk. It's a beautiful day out, and I thought I needed to go for a walk. And I thought, oh, what the heck? As long as I'm walking, I'll go live a little bit. So I've just been walking, and I'm over on 309 and see some businesses have gone out of business here. This used to be Thomasville. That used to be AC Moore. They are now out of business. Ample room to open a Denny's because we needed Denny's around here. We desperately needed Denny's around here. I've been saying that forever. And one of these days we'll get one. Sav is here. Hello, Sav. Check this out. While we were in quarantine, this place opened, Ocean State Job Lot. I was waiting a long time for them to open. They've been announced that they were coming here for well over a year. That's the old Babies R Us building. And when Babies R Us and Toys R Us went out of business, it was announced Ocean State Job Lot was taken over. And we waited well over a year for them to open. And when did they open? During a pandemic. Not the best time to open a new business. I'd love to go in there, but I'm not going to because I bring a mask with me. I'm just out taking a walk. I'm not going into any stores or anything. I did make a mental note like, stick a mask in your pocket just in case you want to go in somewhere. But then I forgot to do it, which means I've just got to stay outside. But that's okay. Bat Quinn is here. Hello, Bat Quinn. I'm not going to be on long, I don't think. I'm just figured, what the heck? I'll go live a little bit while I'm walking. Joey Baseball, Connor. Did you see the Muppets are coming to Disney Plus? I did. I'm excited, but my excitement is tempered based on the fact that it is an unscripted short form series, which I'm assuming that means we're talking like 15-minute or less episodes. I would really just rather them have a regular series. If I had my way, Disney Plus would just commission a second season of the 2015 series that aired on ABC. FP says hello from Italy. How are you doing, Joe? I'm doing good, FP. How are you? It's a beautiful day here. Well, it's actually, I say it's a beautiful day. It's a little overcast, but that's okay. That's okay. I had to get out. I had to walk. Eternal Harmony. Hello, Joe. How's your day going? Oh, my day's going, Eternal. How's yours? Connor says, could this mean the rumor of the remastering of The Muppet Show is coming true? Connor, I gotta be honest with you, I have not heard that rumor. If that is true, if there is, where did you hear that rumor? I've actually been saying for quite some time that if the reason The Muppet Show is not on Disney Plus is because they are remastering it, that would be a good thing. But I've never heard confirmation of that one way or the other. So if you have any kind of source where you heard where that is actually what's happening, I'd be very interested in that. I'm sorry, because I'm walking, I'm missing some of the chats, and I can't get them back. Oh, Thomas says, hey. Good. Hey, Thomas. Woo. I am asthmatic, so if I start to get out of breath, it's probably because I'm walking and talking at the same time. It's like, walking and chewing gum at the same time. They say you shouldn't do it. This road does not have a sidewalk. I have to cross the street. Lisa's here. Hey, Lisa. Connor, sorry, Joe, nothing, just online rumors. I hope it's true. Joey keeps talking about the human teeth cut of Sonic. I have absolutely no idea what the human teeth cut of Sonic is. Is that a joke or is that a real thing? There's a creek. Swampy Creek. I wonder if there's any turtles in there. I'm not going to go too far, but let's see if we see any turtles. From here, I don't see any. I see no turtles. Usually, you'll see their little heads sticking out of the water if they're in there. But I don't see any, so I guess there's no turtles in this body of water. I don't want to get too close because I don't want to get ticks or anything. Sav says, looks nice there. Can I come on over, Sav? Come to beautiful Montgomery County, Pennsylvania, COVID capital of Pennsylvania. But we can't complain. I mean, Italy's got it worse, right, man? I mean, I know, is it JP? I'm sorry, I'm forgetting the screen name. I know you guys had it worse than we ever did, so who are we to complain? Connor says, did you see David Ayer tweet, release the Ayer cut of Suicide Squad? I did, man. These alternate cuts, it's becoming like a crazy thing now. There was another one. What was the other one? Someone else wants their alternate cut out, too. I can't remember who it is, but it's just getting out of hand. I mean, I think Joss Whedon, I have to duck because there's tree branches there. Joss Whedon just made such a perfect cut of Justice League. I mean, he brought back the levity, the humor, the hope, everything that you kind of want that was missing from the Zack Snyder films. And the movie just pops. It just pops. It's got such wonderful chemistry between the characters, such terrific dialogue. You can thank Joss Whedon for that. And such wonderful little fan moments, like when Superman used his super chilled breath and the race between Flash and Superman at the end. It's just, I have such undying love for that movie. And knowing what Snyder had in mind, like Snyder intended to kill off Clark Kent. He wanted the Clark Kent character to be dead. So why do I want to see that? As a Superman fan, I don't want you to get rid of Clark Kent after you've only made one Superman movie. I mean, Man of Steel is the only devoted Superman movie. I want to see a Man of Steel 2. In order to see a Man of Steel 2, Clark Kent needs to be intact. Jimmy Olsen needs to be there, whom he killed off in the director's cut of Batman v Superman, though I know a perfect way to get around that. You just introduce a different character named Jimmy Olsen. And you have someone say, oh, or Lois could say, oh, I met a guy named Jimmy Olsen before, and he was killed. And Jimmy could just be like, oh, it's a really common name. You write it off like that, because I know in my hometown, there were 3 people who had my name. There were 3 people's first and last name had the exact same name as me. That was 3 people in my hometown alone. So the idea that there would be another Jimmy Olsen out there isn't that far-fetched. So you could kind of make a joke out of it and say, oh, it's a common name. And then you bring back Jimmy Olsen. You reveal the Jimmy Olsen who died in Batman v Superman was not the same Jimmy Olsen. I'm sorry, I'm missing the chat as I'm talking. Connor says, kind of would be interested to see the Trank cut of Fantastic Four. I still haven't seen his Fantastic Four. Sab says, I didn't like Man of Steel, Batman v Superman, and Justice League, but loved Superman 78 and Batman 89. I agree with you in part. I actually loved Batman v Superman. I think Batman v Superman is great. Aside from Superman. Superman is all wrong in it. But that's a carryover from what they did in Man of Steel. And Justice League I just thought was absolutely perfect. Justice League is probably, it's in my top 5 favorite superhero movies of all time. I am in the Target parking lot, as you can see. Target is doing a bang-up business today. Social distancing be damned. Everyone is going out to Target. If we come over here, we see more businesses that are out of business. That's the old Models. They are no longer in business. I have no destination. I'm just walking. Just walking. Joey says, I miss going to Target and not having to wear a mask. Yeah, it happens. It happens, but I think we're going to be coming out of this very soon. I have a strong gut feeling that the end of this is closer than we think. I mean, we're hearing about positive step forwards in a vaccine. Everyone's saying the hope is to get a vaccine here by the end of the year. I have a feeling that it's going to be even sooner than that, which I know that's unusual. It usually takes over a year to create a vaccine, but due to the pressing nature of it, I have a feeling that it's going to happen quicker this time than usual. Maybe I'm wrong. I could be wrong. I've certainly been wrong in the past. But that's what my gut's telling me. We'll see. As in all things, stay safe until we get the word that we don't have to worry anymore. I'll be happy when we can stop wearing masks, but for now I will wear my mask every time I am in a store or a business because it's just better safe than sorry. I also got some quite fashionable masks. I should show you guys my masks sometimes. I got a Star Trek mask, a Star Wars mask. I have a Donkey Kong mask. The Donkey Kong mask is probably the most comfortable. I hope you guys can hear me okay. There is traffic. Let me see. What is everyone saying? Sav says, when will you be doing more live streams like this again? Maybe. Joey says if there's a vaccine, I'm not going to take it. Well, that seems silly. I'd rather get the coronavirus. There's a 99% recovery rate than put... Joey, you got some strange opinions, but that's all right. All right. Gonna cross the street here. It's the Giant supermarket, but I can't cross yet. Waiting for the light. Oh, nobody's coming. It's good. You know what? Everyone's got their turn signal on. I'm going. There's nobody in sight. And all the people who are in sight have their turn signals on. Lisa says, Jay Walker. I knew a guy named Jay Walker. I actually never met him. I know of a guy named Jay Walker. He passed away. He was a friend of my mom's. Brandon says, Columbus opens up on Thursday. Not sure if I'm ready for that yet. Yeah, there's certain places I will go when they reopen, and certain places I will not go. And I don't see myself going to any flea markets anytime. I probably will go this whole year without going to a single flea market. Because flea markets just seems like asking for trouble. Especially a place like Columbus, too many people. I wouldn't go to any theme parks right now. But I'll go to the movies. The movies are going to be opening soon, and they're going to be able to space you out so you can sit 6 feet apart from the other guy. I just don't see how you would pull that off at a theme park or a flea market. So I don't know. We'll see. I just don't think I'm going to be going to any place like that. I'm going to climb this hill. I'm going to go up over the hill. Let's see. There we go. That's the Giant supermarket. Michael's Crafts. What is the first movie I'll see when they open? Probably Wonder Woman. Joey, if you want irony, Joey asked if Jay Walker died because he got hit by a car from jaywalking. No, he died of other means. But oddly enough, Jay Walker was in a wheelchair, so Jay Walker didn't walk at all. That's, if you want your irony, there's your irony. Jay Walker did not walk. Jay Walker was an amputee, so he could walk at one time, but when my mom was friends with him, he was Jay Not Walker. I'm sorry, is that joke politically incorrect? I don't know. It's the truth, though. It's not even a joke. Sav says, I'm looking forward to Wonder Woman. Me too. Wonder Woman will probably be the first movie I go see. Though I'll be honest with you, I'm giving some thought to maybe, just maybe, going to see a movie this weekend. Because I just found out not one, but 2 drive-ins in the area are open. Now, both of them are showing old movies, because there's no new movies out. They're showing Sonic the Hedgehog, Jumanji The Next Level, stuff like that. But they are open for business, and they are within an hour of my house. So there's a part of me that was thinking, who knows? Maybe tonight or tomorrow night I'll go take a ride, go to the drive-in. We were talking this morning about possibly taking the kids. We don't have both the kids right now, though. Thomas says Wonder Woman 84, Tenet, New Mutants. Oh, I'm very excited about New Mutants. I'm not so excited about Tenet. Don't know if any of you know about this, but Funko's coming out with pop figures for the X-Men films. Nice. Have you seen the YouTube channel Mystery Inc.? They're making an adult Scooby-Doo. I haven't. Oh, I think I heard about that. Wasn't it? It's like in the vein of Riverdale, right? Like they're doing like the Riverdale thing, but with the Scooby-Doo gang. The only problem with the drive-in is I got to go alone. I mean, maybe if we take the kids, the whole family could go. But, you know, my wife and I can't like go off to a drive-in because who's going to watch the kids? I'm certainly not going to get a babysitter at this time. Joey says if they release the human teeth cut of Sonic, I still don't know what the human teeth cut is. I don't know what that means. Sav says, I would like a movie theater that shows old movies from the 80s and 90s. From what I understand, there is a movie theater in Texas that is doing just that. There's a movie theater open in Texas. I know this because I'm part of a group on Facebook for trading digital codes and things like that, where one of the guys on that page has been going to the movies lately because his local movie theater's reopened in Texas. But they've been showing things like Back to the Future and Jurassic Park. So those are the movies he's been going to see. It's pretty exciting. Sav says I'm flying to Texas. I just wish I lived in Texas, generally speaking. I mean, Texas just seems like a cool place, especially Austin, Texas. Because Austin, Texas is like such a film town. If you're a film geek, I think, of course, you'd want to live in Austin. Toaster Burner says, Becky's Drive-In opened last week. That's what I was talking about. Becky's is one of the places I was talking about. But I heard the local police weren't happy. Yeah, I was on Becky's website this morning when I mentioned the 2 drive-ins in the area that are open. Becky's is one of them. I'm going to take a little bit of a rest on this bench over here. I'm outside the Barnes & Noble. They are closed, but I'm gonna sit on the bench for just a little bit so I can read some of what you guys are saying a little better, because right now it's very hard for me to read what you're saying, in part because I'm walking and in part because of the sunlight. Should have worn a baseball cap. I'm probably gonna get sunburn on the top of my head. All right, Joey says, you remember the original design of Sonic in the first trailer? Sonic had human teeth. Oh, I don't remember his teeth. Interesting. But you really want to see that? Thought everyone hated that design. Frank says, is Krusty the Clown your favorite Simpsons character? Probably not. I like Krusty. But I don't know. I have an affinity for Disco Stew. I like Disco Stew. He might be my favorite. Comic book store guy is great. By the way, let's just take a moment here. Disney Plus. Disney Plus is putting out the original aspect ratio of Simpsons 1 through 20, seasons 1 through 20, on the 29th. May 29th. This coming Friday. Why? And HBO Max is debuting this Wednesday. Why? It's Memorial Day weekend. It's Memorial Day weekend. People can't exactly go out and have barbecues like they would in previous years. They can't go out to a parade like they would in previous years. We're all still kind of stuck inside, and it's Memorial Day weekend. Why wouldn't HBO Max debut yesterday, Friday the 22nd? And why didn't Disney Plus put the original aspect ratio of The Simpsons yesterday, May 22nd? That way people could enjoy this content during the 3-day weekend when they're not working, they're home, and they can't go somewhere. I really think it's ridiculous that both of these places decided to skip Memorial Day weekend and go to the week after. Like, what was the thinking in that? Like, just launch HBO Now or HBO Max now. Launch it now. We can watch it during this 3-day weekend. It would be great. But no. They're waiting until next. Why? What's the thinking there? Capture that Memorial Day weekend audience. I don't know. I don't get it. Brandon said something about the Delsey Drive-In. That's the other drive-in I was talking about, Brandon. Delsey Drive-In will not allow you to sit outside of your car right now. Yeah, I'm fine with that. I don't need to sit outside my car. But yeah, Delsey was one of the ones I was looking at. Delsey and Becky's. There's another one in this area that I've never been to called the Mahoning Drive-In. I know people love the Mahoning Drive-In. They're not open yet, but Becky's is and Delsey is, and I'm thinking about checking one or both of them out, checking them out. Connor says, what movies are they showing at your local drive-in? I saw one of them was showing a double feature, I think, of Bloodshot and Bad Boys for Life. Another one had Sonic the Hedgehog and Jumanji The Next Level. One of them had Midway. Of course, none of them have new movies yet because there are no new movies yet. But I thought that was, it's pretty cool that they're open. It's pretty cool that they're open, and maybe. Lisa says, are you joining the Museum of the Moving Image Zoom meeting tonight? I wasn't planning on it. What are they doing tonight? What's tonight's? Sav says we don't have drive-ins in the UK. We don't have many left here in the United States either. They are definitely a dying art form. It says I've been live for 22 minutes. Maybe I'll round it out to a half hour and then we'll call it quits. Because it is easier to walk when I'm not live. Let's see. At the request of public health officials, Barnes & Noble Montgomeryville is temporarily closed. Look forward to welcoming you back when we're able to reopen. Until then, visit us at bn.com. Yeah. But Pennsylvania, or my region of Pennsylvania, is going into the yellow on June 5th. So we will be in the yellow sector June 5th, which means more businesses will be able to open. And I don't know, though. The question is, how safe are we? It's a really, really tough question because I see legitimate news sources. I'm not talking about like Joe Bob's News or something. Legitimate news sources that say states that reopened early are experiencing a surprisingly low number of new coronavirus cases. But then I also see other news reports, also from legitimate news sources, that say states that opened early are skyrocketing. Which is it? Which is it? You're telling me two conflicting things. How do I know what to believe? Now, if one of these reports was coming from like Joe Bob's News or something, you'd be like, well, what the hell's Joe Bob's News? I'm not going to take that seriously. That's not a legit news source. But when you see conflicting news reports coming, and they're all coming from legit sources, it makes you want to tear your hair out, except I don't have any hair left. Chris Pike is here. Hello, Chris Pike. You must be very excited about Strange New Worlds. I know I am. I've never been back here before. I've never gone behind the Barnes & Noble. Service and delivery vehicles only. Some woods. Yeah. I'm going to cross the road. When pubs reopen, I'll have a drink for you and Rick. Thank you. Thank you, Sav. All right. Where to go? Where to go? That's the question. Connor says he's in Texas and things are fine. That's good. That's good. You see, it's conflicting. Here's part of the problem. Part of the problem is this has become, I don't know if you can hear me okay, I'm next to a busy road, but part of the problem is this has become politicized. And I don't like to talk politics on this channel. I don't want to talk politics on this channel. But we have one side of the political spectrum that's all, open up, we got to reopen the country. And then we have another side of the political spectrum that's like, no, keep it closed. And as always, when things get politicized, the truth is probably somewhere in the middle. I don't know what that truth is, though. I mean, I don't think the truth should have a political agenda. But unfortunately, the world we live in, everything gets politicized. So you don't know who to believe, frankly, or at least I don't. I don't think I could really go the route I'm going. It's kind of a dead end. Or can I? Maybe I can. It's an old shopping cart. I don't know what store that goes to. Oh, it's a Michael's shopping cart. It's from Michael's Arts and Crafts. Sav says, I find myself going for walks once a day, which I never used to till now. Ooh, Fraggle Rock with Dave Goles and Karen Prell. I wonder if it's filled already. I wouldn't mind attending that. However, at the same time, I've been attending a lot of those live streams lately. And every time I attend one, I kind of have to walk away from the wife and kids. So it's probably best I don't. Connor says, Joe, if you get a chance, watch Clock Stoppers. I remember Clock Stoppers. I never saw it. It's a Jonathan Frakes movie. Now this is like a walking or biking trail. Watch for ticks in those weeds. Exactly. Yeah, no, when I get done walking, I will give myself a general check over for ticks, but I've mainly been steering clear of the weeds. I try not to go into any weeds or bushes. Punk Nerd says Shaun the Sheep Farmageddon is good. Joey says someone was probably murdered on that path. You never know. All things are possible. I never had lunch. I think it's about time I start heading for home. Oh, there's a deer. There's a deer walking along the path. Look at him. I don't want to get too close to him. Speaking of deer, speaking of ticks, unfortunately, I don't want to get too close to him, but he's also blocking my path. So I need to get past the deer, but I don't want to spook him. This is awkward. This is awkward. All right. Deer, I'm not trying to hurt you, buddy. There he goes. He's going back in the woods. There we go. I didn't want to spook him, man, but he was right in my way. Oh, there he is. He's still checking me out. Hey, buddy. I'm not trying to hurt you. I'm not trying to come near you, I promise. I'm not coming near you. I'm going this way. I'm going this way. Yeah, you can go that way. There you go. There you go, buddy. Now he's headed towards some other people. Poor thing. My God, talk about ticks. Talk about ticks and Lyme disease, and then of course I run into a deer. Ugh. And now things are quiet. I don't think I've ever seen a deer close up in my life, Thomas says. Joey says Marie would be freaking out if she were here. Yeah, I was thinking about that. Marie would have loved that. I'll have to tell Marie to watch the replay of this. Lisa says Pennsylvania deer. Yeah, well, this area is full of them. They don't usually let you get that close. But yes. Punk Nerd says, have I seen the 2003 Titans show? I have. I don't like it. I am not a fan. It was a little too anime for my taste. I don't like anime, and it felt like anime. I like Teen Titans Go a heck of a lot better. I'm a big fan of Teen Titans Go. Connor says, how does it feel to be out and about? Feels pretty good. I'm trying to get some exercise here. Oh, here we go. Do we see turtles? Any turtles popping out of the water? I don't see any turtles. No turtles. No turtles there. Glad the deer wasn't trying to cross the road. That would have been a real video. Boredom Strike says, so now Snyder is getting $30 million to recut, re-edit, rearrange, refinish. This isn't his original cut. He's had 3 years to examine it. Maybe. But his original cut, there was no original cut. That's the thing. There was no Snyder cut. They're now making the Snyder cut. All right, we gotta cross the road in a minute here. Waiting for the light to change. I've gone over 30 minutes. I think I'm gonna end this video, especially because I have to cross the road. So I will catch up with you guys later. Keep wearing those pajamas.